Hey guys, this is Rohit Surisetti, a final year undergraduate student at IIT Kharagpur, and today in this video I'll be sharing all my JEE experiences and how I cracked JEE Mains as well as JEE Advanced in 2018. So before we get into the video, I want to give a small disclaimer guys. Don't get tensed or panic after seeing these books, okay? At the end of the video, I'll be recommending what all the books you need to read for JEE and what books do not to read at JEE, especially if you are in the last minute of preparation. So watch this video till the end, and if you find this video informative and interesting, please do hit a like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel guys. So thank you so much and let's get started. Like most of you people, I was also a very good student till class 10. I also scored 10 out of 10 in class 10 CBSE examinations and then decided to move towards MPC stream. And that's where I decided to get into IITs. That's where the first time I heard of the name something called IIT. अच्छा IIT एक होता है क्या, वो भी हम भी करना है, लोग वही करता है हम भी वही करना है. Like that was the situation in all over the India, right? So all the people choose IIT, so even I choose IIT without knowing what is IIT. But once I got into Narayana Institute in class 11, then I was my teachers and all were very experienced and professional, so they really taught me very good subjects, concepts and all. So that really helped me motivated, and that boosted my skills of problem solving capacity. So during class 11th and class 12th, I was also a very good student, but unfortunately I couldn't clear the JEE Advanced. Of course, I cleared both the JEE Mains and Advanced in my first attempt as well, that is in 2017. I got around I think 120 marks in JEE Mains, that is 2017, and around 140 I guess in JEE Advanced 2017. Though I cleared, like qualified both of the examinations, but I couldn't get any seat in any IITs. So then I decided to take a drop. Why not to give another chance? So that's where I chose FIITSE long term. Of course, the coaching institutions they were super good, because many of my friends who studied in Narayana Education Institution are also now in IITs. But what are the mistakes I followed, which you shouldn't follow? I shall be saying it now. And then I joined in FIITSE institution for a long term coaching. And then in 2018, I cracked JEE, and here I am in IIT Kharagpur. So the mistakes which I have done and which you shouldn't repeat is number one, attending too many tuitions. Apart from your institution, I think there's no need of joining any other tuitions nearby. Like many people think like, अरे यार मैं physics tuition चल रहा हूँ, मैं maths tuition चल रहा हूँ और chemistry tuition भी चल रहा हूँ, so पक्का हो जाएगा selection इस बार. That's not the case guys. So self-study is what really matters. You need to do self-study after the institution ends. Like in North India, if I'm not wrong, classes, most of the institutions shall be from 8 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. right? And in the South India, it is a bit different. Morning 8 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. bhi ho jata hai. But once you go back to your home or hostel after your classes, I think self-study is must and should for everyone. You need to do at least of 6 hours of self-study. Self-study matlab hota hai like not attending any classes or not watching any YouTube videos. Like not YouTube videos means so many people think that watching this Unacademy or Khan Academy classes will get me IIT seat. No, you should do okay. It's not an issue. You can also watch Unacademy, but apart from that, 6 hours of self-study is a must for everyone. That is 2 hours per subject. And one of the most important mistake everyone does it, equal priority to all the subjects. Most people do not give equal priority to all subjects, that is maths, physics and chemistry. Even that's where I did a mistake in my first attempt. That is, I gave more priority to chemistry as well as mathematics, but I kind of ignored physics. So that's what really made a huge difference in my first attempt in 2017. So these are the two things, and also one of the most important thing which most of the JEE aspirants ignore is health. Health is the main prime reason guys, because during JEE preparation we wake up at morning 6 a.m. study, padhai karo, and then many people ignore sleep as well as health. So sleep 6 hours, minimum of 6 to 7 hours of sleep is must and should for everyone, not just JEE aspirants. And then I recommend like 45 minutes to 1 hour of walk every day, so that keeps your mind fresh and your thinking capacity also increases. It's not something which I am saying, which it's something which my teachers taught me, and that's what I am sharing with you all. So these are three of the major mistakes that I have done during my first attempt. and which I've rectified during my second attempt, and I was able to get succeeded and get into IIT. So during my second attempt in 2018, I got around 185 marks in JEE mains, which is considerably good, okay. And then in JEE advanced, I got around 5,000 rank or something. I don't remember exact number, but 4,000 or something rank. So that's where I ended up getting into IIT Kharagpur Metallurgy department, and currently I am a fourth year undergraduate student. So during my JEE preparation, I followed so many books, recommended books are there, and reference books are there, and then even of course my institution books of course they provided me a very good knowledge, and they really boosted my problem solving abilities. And then now I'll be sharing you some of the books which I followed and which you should be also be following. And of course I don't recommend all of you to read all these books, but I'll be saying you, like if you are in class 11th now, which books to follow, class 12th there, or now you're giving your JEE mains next month, so what books and last minute ka kya preparation you need to do and all. So let's get started. So guys, mathematics के लिए first we'll go from maths, physics and then chemistry, okay. So for maths there is a very important book called Play with Graphs, okay. It's by Amit M. Agarwal and published by Arihant Publications. This book is a very good book, guys. It really explains you like it's, as the title suggests, it's play with graphs, right? Yes, it's really like playing with graphs and all. This book really made my life easy, guys, after reading this book. So I strongly recommend this book for all JEE aspirants, no matter you are in class 11th or class 12th. But do check out this book which is called Play with Graphs for JEE Main and Advanced, written by Amit M. Agarwal. So this is the first book I would be recommending for all of you guys. And then comes the NCERT textbooks. NCERT textbooks are must and should. These are the class 11th and 12th NCERT books. Mathematics, like these books I would recommend when you have any doubt or you don't have any clarity about any concept or any formula or any derivations or something, then you can always refer to your NCERT books and get some clarity, and then start solving numericals. For solving numericals, I would suggest your institution books, be it Cengage, be it Allen, Fitzy, Kota, some resonance. Whatever institute you are in, just stick to your books and then finish all your assignments, everything, whatever you are being given. And then once you are done with everything, then I would suggest for calculus, there is a book written by Cengage Publications, Tiwani. So this book is highly recommended. Once you finish all your institution books as well as the NCERT books, then this book is really helpful for calculus. There is mathematics for JEE. Written by Tiwani by Cengage Publications, and then similarly there is also a book in the Cengage Publications itself. This is for algebra, written by G. Tiwani. Both books are written by G. Tiwani. These books are considerable, very good for JEE Advanced, but I highly recommend you to go through these books after completing all your institution books as well as your NCERT only. And then once you're done with all these books, and now if you think okay, I'm good enough at mathematics, I can crack maths or something, then you must go and check out some magazines like quiz magazines. These books I follow, this is by MTG Publications. These are monthly magazines, guys. So monthly magazines I used to do, these are a bit, I would say, for like JEE Advanced, Olympiads and examinations like KVPY, etc. So one has to be very good at concepts, basics, everything, then only you try these. So this would be the last step, that is last minute preparation for those who have done everything. Okay, for people who want to get, for suppose there is only just 1 or 2 months left for the preparation and you think I've done nothing, then what should you do for mathematics? Then I would strongly suggest you to go through what is the syllabus paper. And of course I forgot to mention this, guys, before starting your preparation, be it in class 11th or class 12th, getting a printout of the syllabus for JEE Mains and Advanced is a must and should, because this really keeps a check of what exactly is there in the syllabus and what is not. So you'll be getting which topics are there, because in most of the reference books sometimes that happens is there is lot of information like surplus information. So you need to know what information you need to consume and which you not. So getting a syllabus paper printout is a must. You should keep always next to your next to you and keep a check of what you are reading, whether it's there in the syllabus or not. Okay, this I forgot to mention at the starting of the video, but yeah, so having a syllabus paper is always important. And now if you have only just 1 or 2 months for JEE, there is now nothing to worry. So just go through the syllabus paper and then find out the chapters which you feel you are comfortable or you feel it is easy, and then just go through them. And like there are many chapters which I may feel easy or hardest for you, which I feel hard or easy. So figure out yourself which are easy and hardest for you. Practice more and more numericals from those chapters only, because they will help you a lot. So this is for mathematics, guys. So let's now go into physics. So guys, now let us see what books do I recommend for physics, and what you should do, what you shouldn't. So for physics, as usual, I would recommend first get thorough with the concepts, ideas and all. So get familiar with the concepts, various concepts. So I would strongly recommend to go through the NCERT books, that is class 11 and class 12 as well. So get familiar with all the concepts, ideas, formulae especially, and then how to use that formulae. And one of the common mistake people do in physics as well as in chemistry is units conversions. You need to know what is unit. That is why in physics there is even a chapter called units and dimensions, which most people ignore, but it is the most important chapter according to me. So get familiar with all the units, the conversions and all the things, and especially during the formulae, which symbol indicates what and all. Then start doing numericals, so that you would have good practice. So for practice, I would strongly recommend H.C. Verma, that is Concepts of Physics. This is like Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita in physics, as even people, other tutors say. So Concepts of Physics is one such book which is very good. So once you are familiar with the concepts like formulae and all, you should start doing this Concepts of Physics volume 1 and volume 2, and thoroughly. You shouldn't leave a single question out of this, because sometimes you might be wondered now, sometimes even same questions, exact ditto questions aa jata hai from Concepts of Physics. Every year like 1 or 2 questions from these books aa jata hai in JEE mains I'm talking about. So these books are highly recommended. These are not recommended just by me, but also all other professors, teachers as well. And also I have done an interview with H.C. Verma sir also. I'll be mentioning that in the iCard. You could also check out that. It's around hardly 10 minutes to 15 minutes interview, which will be worth your time, guys. So he told many things about the last minute preparation and what one needs to get, and which books are required. Of course, the same information more or less I'll be conveying in this video, but from his own words you could always listen to that. I'll be giving in the iCard below, iCard above. So in that he also said about how the question papers are being set. Of course, there's no such video on the YouTube platform where an IIT professor who sets a question paper is speaking about how the question paper is being set. So do check out that video, guys. And next we have Arihant Publications books. So now once you're done with H.C. Verma, then once you're clear, thorough with all the concepts, formulae, I would suggest doing more practice these Arihant books. That is Mechanics Part 1 and 2. These are by D.C. Pandey. And then you also have for Waves and Thermodynamics, and then for Electricity and Magnetism, then Optics and Modern Physics. These are the chapters, books you have, D.C. Pandey, Arihant Publications. Once you are done with, only once you are done with the Concepts of Physics, that is H.C. Verma book, then only I would recommend you these books. And then there are a few books called Arihant from the Arihant Publications itself, all in one. This is all for practice, guys. So once you are done with, there is a particular reason in which I place these books in order. That is by increasing level of difficulty. So once you finish the topmost layer, go to the next layer. Once you finish that layer, go to the next layer. It's like that, okay? So do check out this video till the end, so that you'll be getting in which order, which books to follow and which books to not follow. This book is very much followed by all the JEE aspirants, especially for JEE Advanced. That is D.C. Pandey New Pattern Physics, which even I followed for practice for JEE Advanced, but only if you have done the previous books and you have some time. And now if you are done with everything, if you feel if you are perfect in physics, then there is a book called Resnick Halliday, that is volume 1 and 2. This is a high level, like 50% till JEE Advanced and 50% beyond JEE Advanced. So I would highly recommend you to not to do this, but ask your fellow friends or teachers to actually say you which problems you need to do or which problems you need not do from these books, and then only do it. This is the last step you should be doing in physics. Okay, so now let's move on to chemistry, and now let's discuss about chemistry, which is the most interesting subject, I would say, because it's for some people it's the most easiest subject, for some the hardest, and some moderate subject. That's the reason I said it the most interesting subject. So first thing, as I mentioned in physics, like there is a H.C. Verma Concepts of Physics. It is like a Quran, Bible, Bhagavad Gita for physics. Similarly, we have NCERT textbooks from the CBSE board, that is for chemistry. That is for class 11 you have a part 1, part 2, and then for class 12th you have part 1 and then part 2. Okay, these 4 books are like whatever you say, they are like everything for chemistry, especially for JEE mains and advanced preparation. So one must be very thorough each and every line. Okay, if for example, if I randomly take out some page and ask you some about a line or something, you must be in a position to answer that question, such that you need to read in such a level. Then only I would say it's easy to crack chemistry. Of course, there are many exceptions in chemistry, but we can't do anything. We must remember all those exceptions, the formulae, especially for physical chemistry and organic chemistry. You need to get all the general organic chemistry and resonance sab hote hai na. So you need to be very perfect at that, and mechanisms, organic chemistry mechanisms, you need to be very thorough. Then I think it's like a cakewalk for everyone. So I would highly recommend all NCERT textbooks. And then once you are done with NCERT textbooks, of course you can also have these NCERT solutions for by Arihant publications. So if you have any doubts regarding any questions or numericals from the NCERT, you could refer these books as well. So NCERT solutions from Arihant publications. So this is for chemistry. These are like the core heart of chemistry, the NCERT, as well as the solutions, which is not compulsory, but I highly recommend you to get a copy of the solutions as well. And once you are done with all the NCERT books, then I highly recommend this qualitative inorganic analysis book written by Amarnath Mishra, that is by Bharati Bhavan Publications. This book is like hardly 80 or 100 pages, but this book contains really good information about the inorganic chemistry, especially for the JEE Advanced. So highly recommend this book as well. It's like 83 pages, but it's highly recommended, guys, because questions are more or less the same difficulty pattern will be maintained in JEE Advanced also. So do check out this book as well, guys. And then once you are thorough with all the concepts, NCERT books, especially every line to line, then you could go to GRP Publications, GRP Chemistry Guide, where you will be having lot number of numericals for practice. So you could practice numericals from this, and then if you want to have a large number of practice, you could also buy this Balaji Publications, that is Problems in Physical Chemistry. This book is entirely numericals in physical chemistry. As I mentioned during the time of physics as well, the main common mistake most of the people commit in chemistry is also units and conversions. Like the constant R, we all know that it is 8.314. But what are the units? Hardly like 40 to 50% will be able to say that. And similarly in physics, we all know acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.8 like approximately. But if I ask what are the units, most people would be able to not be able to say what are the units. So units are the major, and also units and conversions as well. Like 1 calorie is equal to how many joules. Many people do not know that, and that's where you make the mistakes. You know the formula, you know the concepts, and you don't know the calculation, that is conversion, and you're gone. Because out of the 4 options, they'll be in joules and you'll be marking the calories option. You're gone, that's it. -1, congratulations brother. So you should be very thorough with the conversions, units. So for that book, I would suggest this. Before this, keep a note of all the formulae, units, conversions and all. And then there is a book, this is for physical and inorganic as well. Inorganic, once you are done with the NCERT book, then I suggest this book. This is called Problems in Physical and Inorganic Chemistry book. This is not very much recommended, but this is a good book. And then for inorganic, if you feel NCERT and this practice is done, for inorganic there is a reference book which is not recommended, but if you feel if your preparation is almost done, then you go for JD Lee. This is beyond like 60% of this book is beyond the level of JEE Mains or JEE Advanced. So that's the reason I don't recommend this book to anyone at all. And then for organic chemistry, as I've said, practice is the key. There is a very good book in organic chemistry written by M.S. Chauhan, that is Advanced Problems in Organic Chemistry. This is for JEE Advanced especially. So many times even questions come directly from this book. So for JEE Advanced, I strongly recommend this book, Practice. Once you are done with all the mechanisms thoroughly from the NCERT books, I recommend this book. And these are some of the, I would say, these are reference books which are highly not recommended. One is Paula by Bruce, that is Organic Chemistry, and the other one is GRP. Don't get tensed by seeing the size of this book. That's the reason I don't recommend these books, because it contains all beyond the syllabus or the level of the JEE Advanced. But if you have time, why not just give it a try. So these are the books for chemistry, guys. And also I have forgotten to mention two good books in physics, guys. That is, one is called Problems in General Physics, written by I.E. Irido. This is for the people who are aspiring seriously for JEE Advanced. Once you are done with the concepts of physics, that is H.C. Verma, you could give it a try. And also there is a similar book called NCERT Solutions, like we have for chemistry. There is also a book for physics, that is both class 11th and class 12th. I highly recommend this book even, because whenever you have any doubt or clarification required, you can just go through this book, that is NCERT Solutions, and get your doubts clarified. And now once you're done with all the preparation and you feel you're ready for the examination, then you could just give it a try of the previous question papers. Whether you are confident or not confident about the examinations, just give it a try. Yeah, especially if you have like 1 or 2 months for the JEE Mains or advanced preparation, just go through the, just practice these previous year question papers, because this, trust me guys, this helps you build your confidence a lot. This builds your confidence a lot, so just practice these previous year solutions, as well as the solutions are also given at the back. So just keep practicing the previous year question papers, especially in during the last minute of your preparation. Just go through all the formulae before practicing this. Just go through all the formulae, units, conversions, and just know like when are these formulas used, and the usage of formula is also very important. Like in kinematics, we have very few formula, like V equal to U plus AT, V square minus U square equal to 2AS. These are very simple formulas, and hardly 5 or 6 formulae are there. But most of the people do not know which formula to use when. That is where the skills come up, and that is where you need to be very skillful in which formula to use when, and which questions how to solve them. So I call this the process problem tackling process. So which is very important. First thing, which formula to use, and what are the formula, what are the units, each for each dimension, what is the units, and is there any conversion required, like question is given in joules and the answer is in dynes. Is there any conversion that is need to be done? And these are the things you need to be keeping in mind, guys. And then once you're done with all the previous year JEE Mains, JEE Advanced question papers, I think you are ready for the examinations. And also there is one more book in market which is called Handbook, which is all formulae and important concepts. I do not recommend this book at all, because make your own book, guys. Like keep a note of while preparing during your class 11th or class 12. Keep a book next to you and write all the formulae and concepts which you feel it's important. This is a book written by someone else who feel this is important, but that might not be important for everyone. Okay, some may feel like V equal to U plus AT is an important formula, and some think it's not important because everyone knows it. Some feel S is equal to U plus AT, S equal to UT plus half AT square, that formula is important, and this all differs. Like like the hardness or the easy. These are all relative terms, so I highly don't recommend these handbooks. Instead, make your own handbook, kind of a book on your own. Keep a note of all the important concepts and keep underlining the things in your NCERT books. That is the prime most important thing. That is what I have done during my second attempt, and that's what made me get into IIT Kharagpur, and now I am into IIT Kharagpur, that is metallurgy department. And so these are the things one has to follow, and these are the mistakes or also which I've also mentioned that I've done during my first attempt, which you shouldn't repeat obviously. And then also I've said what are the last minute tips for JEE, and then also I've also given a link to my interview with HC Verma sir. You could go check it out. And then if you find this video informative and interesting, you could check out my other content and do like and share with your fellow mates and all. And one more important thing, I'm not promoting any books or something. No one has paid me anything. I'm just recommending the books which are required for JEE preparation. So I'm not promoting or any kind of books. So whatever book I've mentioned in here, it's solely for the purpose of recommendations for the students of all the JEE aspirants. And also guys, if you find this video informative and interesting, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you'd be finding videos like life at IIT Kharagpur, and you'd be getting to know how about the campus of IIT Kharagpur and lots more. And you could also check out the videos which are given down, that is my interview with HC Verma sir, which I have already mentioned that. And also you could check out the myths versus reality of IIT Kharagpur somewhere here or here. Myths versus reality of IIT Kharagpur, which I have already done. So do check out these videos guys, because they'll keep you motivated and inspired to get into IITs. So wish all the JEE aspirants watching this video all the very best, and hoping to see you at IITs. And if you have any further queries or doubts, you could always ping me on Instagram, that is Rohit_Surisetti. I'll be giving you somewhere here and also in the description of this video. So do check it out and do ping me as well. So thank you so much for watching this video guys. I hope you find this video interesting and useful, and hope everyone is safe at home. Thank you so much.